For once in your life, I would like you to be honest with yourself. Be brutally honest with yourself because the truth will set you free, but self-deception will lead to your destruction. So here's a question I have for you. What significant change have you made in your life since the beginning of 2022? You may not be aware of this. Today we are on day 40 out of 365 days in the year 2022. In other words, we have gone through 11% of the year. And I'm asking you, what significant change have you made in your life since the beginning of the year? Why is this important? Stick around and I'll explain it to you. Hello, welcome to the Half Hour with Jonah Mongoshi. And today we are talking about the pain of change. Kurwadza kweshanduko. You see, it is self-evident. And without even looking at yourself, think about the people you know, whether they have done well or whether they have achieved average or mediocre success, or whether they are people you would consider failure using whatever criteria you use. Think about those people. If you analyze it, you will realize that those people are the sum total of their habits. In other words, what they do on a day-to-day basis has led to who they are today. But why don't you apply that to yourself? Why is it that when we think about ourselves, we tend to think, I am the result of the environment, of bad luck that has happened to me, of failure to get any opportunities, of misfortune, of not being born in the right family. And yet when we are judging other people, we are actually a lot more objective and accurate in identifying how their behavior has led to their success or failure. So this is of utmost importance. If you don't agree with me on this, then don't listen to the rest of the program because it won't make sense to you. If you are brave enough to accept the painful, harsh truth that you are the sum total of your habits, in other words, muchishona ndiri kuti zvauri musanganiswa wehunhu hwako. Tikabwerengedza hunhu hwako zvaunoita zuva nezuva zvinotipa zvauri. So therefore, you are creating you on a day-to-day basis as a result of the decisions you are making and the actions you are taking. So when I go back to that question, when I said, what significant change have you made in your life since the beginning of 2022? I'm actually saying, if you are looking forward to 2022 ushering positive change in your life, kuunzwa kwepundutso muupenyu hwako mugore ranhasi, and yet you are not making any change, or you have not made any significant change in you, in your habits, in the thoughts that you hold, in the actions you are taking, then my brother or my sister, you are daydreaming. Come end of the year, you will be more or less where you are now, if not worse. You will not have made any significant change in your circumstances. Saka ndiri kuti, mavambo, nhonzvo yeshanduko yako kuzvishandura iwe pachezvako. So that's what we're talking about. Changing yourself. And that is hard. It's extremely hard. Most of us only do significant change, shanduko ine mutsindo, when we encounter serious challenges, what I would call crises or calamities. Kana warowa nembama yemunyama yezviitiko zvinokushungurudza, unoshanduka. But why wait for a crisis for us to change? And sometimes the crisis is so massive, it's so dire, it is so serious that it really doesn't give us much room to change. Right? So let's say unoita hunhu unokupinza muna taisireva. Ozoyeuka bako wanaiwa. Maybe unozorealize that what I'm doing leads to danger when you are maimed, waremadzwa. Zvichabatsirei. But I'm not talking about that right now. I'm just talking about you living your life, a life where you're saying, I've got a lot of potential, I've got goals I want to accomplish, I've got dreams that I want to achieve, I have got plans that I want to bring to fruition. And yet, zvirimo mupfungwa dzako, perhaps you even talk about it, but you are not making any changes in you. So why aren't you doing that? Because it's painful. change is painful. It is easier for us to learn something new than to unlearn what we have already learned. Zviri nyore kuti kana mwana asina zvimwe zvaati adzidza achidzidziswa nemudzidzisi anozvibata nekukasika. Asi kana mwana akadzidziswa zvisiri izvo, kuzotanga kuti rabha izvi, bvisa izvi uise zvitsva panonetsa, that is change. We are talking of discarding your old habits and putting in its stead new habits. We are talking abandoning old ways of thinking and embracing new ways of thinking. We are talking of moving from the comfort zone into discomfort zone, where you have to embrace what is new, where the chances of you looking stupid are very high because you are attempting what you've never attempted. But tell you what, unless and until you are willing to embrace that change, to suffer that pain of change, you remain where you are. So stick around with me. And on the other side, I'll share with you principles that will surely lead you to make 2022 your breakthrough year as you embrace the pain of change.